This is a monumental Paleo Mount Shasta volcanic glass story stone face and mammoth effigy, likely Clovis. And we've seen, and I've seen, a lot of frontal faces that are imaged on the sides of the mammoth or from the side of the stone looking at us. Here we have a face, an eye here, and a mouth down below of a face looking right at us. That's the blue inclusions in this stone. And those eyes are actually the eyes of two other faces. Here we have the eye here and the nose off to the right with the open mouth down below. So there we have one face facing right. This is the eye, the nose off to the right, and the open mouth flake below. Then, of course, we have another face right here with this being the eye, the nose, and the mouth now facing off to the left. So those two eyes that are looking at us make up two other faces, one looking off to the right and one looking off to the left. Masterful. And here's another intentionally flaked area with a lot of grooving going on and etching, but that's another eye, an elongated eye of another face with the nose again. This is right here, right down here. So that nose off to the right and the mouth below it, and that's another big eye up there of another face, real cool face looking off to the right. This has been well flaked. Beautifully flaked, as a matter of fact. I believe this to be a Clovis artifact. It was dug up at Mount Shasta. The sellers that sell me these, they don't know these are artifacts. They don't even know these have been flaked. They don't know what flaking is. And of course, they don't know what etching is either, because etching on flake stone is something I discovered very recently. And they don't have any image of that. They don't have any knowledge of that. But they sell these as Andara rough. And these are the way they were dug up by Lady Nellie Thompson up at Mount Shasta in the late 60s and early 70s. Here's the eye of the mammoth now, facing right. This is 10.5 inches long. It's kind of unwieldy here to some extent. I don't want to drop this, but it's been beautifully flaked and etched all over. The entire piece has been etched. Look at the hair of the mammoth above the head up here to the right, up that right there, right in through there. Beautiful mammoth image now facing right. Look at the colors. Red wispiness and white and this blue tinge going through it. It's just unbelievable. This is kind of hard to manage here. And then, of course, we have another great mammoth image with the eye up here facing left now. Wow, this is 10.5 inches long. It's like a limace, a limace. Now the face is looking up from the back of the mammoth. We have another face looking down from the mammoth. Those blue faces are outrageous, with that being the eye there and the nose off to the right, kind of like an alien looking. And then, of course, we have the two eyes looking at us right there. And each of those eyes are faces, one off to the right, one off to the left. What a beautifully flaked and just totally, this whole thing has just been totally and beautifully etched everywhere, really. Hard to see if I don't catch it right in the light. Almost every flaking scar of any size all of them are etched. And that's another way to tell if you have any recent damage on these story stones. If a flake comes off in modern times, then there'll be no etching underneath there where it flaked off. So you can tell about modern flaking too. Now we have another face, a couple of great faces here. we have another face with this, the eye, and then the nose off to the left. Look at that face right there. Is a great face there. And then we have another face over here with this being the eye here and looking off to the right. And a face looking off now to the left. Wow. And now we have this way, we have a mammoth off to the right, facing right, with a face looking up from the back of the mammoth and a face looking down from the mammoth. And we turn this over, and we have another mammoth now facing left. Wow. This is a beautifully flaked, beautifully etched, no modern damage, no modern workmanship at all beautifully etched and flaked, some 12 to 14,000 years before present. What a great mammoth with the eye right there, facing off to the left now, tapered back, completely flaked all around the edges to make the back of the mammoth, and of course, very importantly, the face profiles, etched everywhere. I think modern knappers are going to have a hard time duplicating the etching techniques that our Paleo-Indians employed on flake stone. Another fantastic Lady Nellie, Mount Shasta, Clovis, Paleo for sure, but I believe Clovis, Story Stone, Faces and Mammoth effigy.